Hey Titans, this is Mickett, here to do a war recap of our latest victory. Titans versus LaBelgitude. This is a Belgian clan, and Titans went toe-to-toe, face-to-face with the Belgians, and the Titans did great, and the Belgians waffled. So victory was 65-47. Basically, right out of the gates, did a great job on this one. We could tell that we were going to be very successful. Just going to highlight a few things. What I'm going to try and hit here is I'm going to hit a Hog Attack. I'm going to hit a Dragon Attack. And I'm also going to have a special award there at the end just for fun. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the Hog Attack here. And I'm just going to highlight a few things as we go through. This was Con. It was a 19 versus a 20. Basically, just a reminder, these are both going to be Town Hall 8 attacks too, but just as a reminder, with Hog attacks, one of the things you definitely want to do, you have to always bring out the CC troops, because if you don't get them all out there, they will decimate your troops. You can draw them out in a lot of ways. My favorite way is to use a giant, but you can also use hogs, however you want to do it. It depends on what the layout is and so forth. One reason why he uses a hog here is he is able to get in there, and if there's a giant bomb right in front of that archer tower, he will set that off. Otherwise, a Tesla will pop up or something like that, or he'll find out there isn't one there. So he's going to send in a couple hogs here. One way to do it is you can send in one hog, or you can just send in a few at the same time, and they will do a little bit more damage. However it is, you have to make sure you get out all of those things. Now, one of the things I will say is that you need to make sure, especially if you're watching a replay, you can be able to check out what should come out of there. But you can be sure that if you've counted correctly, that all those have gotten out there. If you are unsure about it, while you've dropped some troops over here and they start going away, you can always drop one more troop. And just to make sure, you'd be better off being short one than having your entire attack devastated. So anyways, let's just kind of follow through here. He's obviously going through with level 4 hogs. Level 4 hogs are great on Town Hall 8s. He has 3 spells, and he's going to use them judiciously. He's actually going to end up with an extra one, which you wouldn't normally expect to. Okay, now one thing on when you do the CC draw, one of the things you really want to do is you see all the main ones are there. You don't need to worry about those archers. What you really got to worry about those wizards. Take those wizards out. So if you get them out, something like that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to drop right behind those wizards and get a wizard in there, or a couple archers, a barbarian, that sort of thing. You're going to see he's going to do some of that just here, because when you drop those archers over there, a wizard is going to take those things out. He decides to drop his Barb King, I think, just to get those wizards. Could have just dropped a couple archers in front of them. But anyways, the Barb King can't do much against that balloon, so he's going to just rage him here, and his Barb King is gone. Now, that really surprised him there, I'm sure, that giant bomb was outside like that. And you can see that his hogs are mostly gone there, so he's going to have to get a heal down there pretty soon. However, because these low-level Teslas aren't too much of a problem, he's able to do that. Let's see when he drops this heal. He's losing a couple hogs there, but he has plenty of hogs to spare. What you don't want to do is you don't want to lose them, especially when they're near a wizard tower and it can take down a whole bunch of hogs at once when they're low. But you've got to make sure that you use those spells over those giant bombs. So he's going to do that. One of the things, take a look at that. There's only a few more defenses over here, and then after that, you know these hogs are going to head over to all these. So by dropping the heal spell there, he will get maximum usage on those hogs as well as on these hogs as they come over there. So watch them go through here. All right, and then they run right into that heal spell, kind of halfway into it. Get diverted by that Tesla there, but they're still under heal here, and so it's keeping them alive. Now the heal spell has dissipated. However, there's really not much left there. You're going to see that there's plenty of time to be able to clean this up. He didn't even end up having to use that extra heal spell. He might have had to if they all went towards that where that obvious giant bomb was there at the end there. Now, one thing to be of note is that if you did bring an extra wizard instead of as many of those archers as he had, or if you had a couple extra archers, where I would tend to do is I would tend to drop a wizard right about here, because then what it will do is all these buildings up here, these hogs are just going to run around the outside and get there. What you want to do is get them towards the middle. And so the hogs, as they run around the outside, could run into bombs, could run into springs, could run into other things. You don't want to end up in a situation where you end up at 96% and a 1-star. So if you kind of break that funnel, then when they got done with those, if the wizard has taken out a lot of those buildings. They'll either go to the center, or at the very least, the wizard isn't sitting there running behind the hogs the whole time. That's what I've seen a lot of people do. They get their wizard up there to try and help the hogs up there. You want to try and keep them apart if you can. So anyways, he's doing a great job, so let's just keep going with this. He's getting this takeout in the middle. I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this because we know where this is headed. You can see now they're kind of dividing and conquering. That's good. Hit that other giant bomb. It isn't a problem at this point. All right. Good job by ConCon. A 3-star on number, it was a 20 on a 19. Very good job, ConCon. I had that backwards before. I said 19 on 20. So it's a 20 on a 19. Good job. Now I'm also going to highlight a dragon attack here. I'm going to highlight, I'm not exactly sure how to say this name. I'm just going to go with Messy because it sure looks like Messy to me. Dragon attacks. One of the things you want to do, he's going to attack from this side over here. When you do that, you want to make sure that you drop a dragon at the corner. And I would then drop, actually, I would drop one right up on this thing, let it kind of work its way in, and then get those outsides, because that way you get all your dragons headed towards the middle. Another way you can do that, this is actually a drag loon attack. He has max loons in his CC. But another way you can do that is just kind of let the dragons work for a little bit, save a few of them, and then just drop them right in the middle so you know they're going to go to the middle. And I think that's what he does here. So you see, little patience on letting these dragons kind of work it a little bit. You don't want to end up with the dragons going around the outside. Now you notice one of the things that we have to take into account now is the air sweeper. Well, he's chosen to attack from the side opposite the air sweeper, which is probably a pretty good idea because the air sweeper will obviously mess with you. If he attacks from this side, it's going to be a non-issue whatsoever because once his dragons get in there, they will just take out that air sweeper on the way to the ADs. Let's keep going. He goes in there with 2 rages and a heal, which is my favorite way to go about it. It's the way you should do it if you're doing a drag loon for sure, because you want to have a rage spell. Now he's going to drop a rage spell, and I want you to watch this. He drops those guys because he knows he's going to want them in there, and then he gets this rage spell down here, and then they go right into that rage spell. The balloons I'm talking about. Obviously the dragons do too as well. But those balloons get in there and be able to do some damage in there. They're actually going to drop some of them on the CC troops, and then they spread over and get those ADs. So basically from here on out, he's all set. Now one dragon went around the outside, which is not such a bad thing. The key is to keep most of the dragons in the middle. Why? Because obviously if you go around the outside, you miss the town hall usually. But a bigger problem is the fact that you only have so many spells, and you want to be able to make sure that you can use those spells effectively on as many dragons as possible, whether it be heal or rage. If you have them all spread out or on 2 different sides, you can't do that. All right. Basically, he's waiting to drop his Barb King. What I would do is if he missed a corner, I would do that. I would probably drop it in that corner right where he just did, or the other corner, just to be able to kind of get going here a little faster. I don't even think he had to wait that long, but he was just doing such a great job with everything. It really didn't matter when he dropped that thing. So only the Tesla left there that can really do any damage. I think he's hit all the bombs, so he's in great shape. Anyways, good job by Messy to show us how to do a 3-star with a dragon attack. And now I just have one special award that I want to get to, so let me get to that video. And the special award is the Long Jump Award. I'm going to highlight Door's attack on Nori, which went for 0 stars. Nori did a great job defending. Not going to show the whole thing because I don't want to mess it up here. But former long jump record holders were Jesse Owens and Neil Armstrong on the moon. Did a great job with their jumps there. But this is only to be outdone here today. Right now, his wizard is carbo loading in his CC here. And you'll see him pop out here in just a second. Here he comes. He jumps out here, and I'm going to jump in close here. Here he goes. He gets ready. He's electrified by that. And here he goes, floating right over all of those things. Let's see that again in slow-mo. There he goes. And he's floating right over the top again. And he lands. And here we are again. And he's only slightly outdid his brother there, who did the exact same thing. So anyways, good defend by Nori. Kind of fun to watch all the jumping going on there over all those walls. You never knew a wizard could jump like that, did you? So the Long Jump Award goes to Nori's wizards, jumping like a gazelle, jumping like a fill-in-your-own metaphor here. Does a great job. Good job, Titans, for the war. We did a great job of from start to finish. Got lots of 3 stars. I'm really proud of you guys. Good job. Make sure you like and subscribe, and go Titans.